I personally went patrolling last night in the West End, and I spotted at least 2 foreign econs. This is an outrage. We shall chase these intruders down.
I was chased by a gigantic Valcod 2 nights ago. I thought it was Fergal coming back, but no. That creature barely spoke English.
I think Lord Redgrave just suggested I was sired by an ancient vampire.
Women's right.
Good evening.
And goody.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Have you noticed anything unusual recently?
A few days ago, I spotted a strange house while campaigning for women's suffrage. Awful smell. No answer when I knocked.
Where is it?
It's the Mullaneys, a nice family who live in a big house near the park in the eastern part of this neighborhood.
Goodbye.
She's been...
Good evening, sir. Please forgive me for...
I never judge a man by his title, but by his attitude. And you are not disturbing me at all. I am Cal...
Well, I must admit, it's good to...
Welcome, Dr. Reed.
I'm investigating...
Not really. Wait, now that you mention it, I don't see the McPhersons in my favorite restaurants.
Thank you. It may be...
They have a house in the southern part of the district, somewhere north of the railway bridge. There is a courtyard.
I may have a look.
Good evening.
How is the situation in this part of town?
Life is good and peaceful. We're lucky to live in such an era of progress and wonders.
Are you not concerned about the epidemic?
Oh, I'm sure the authorities would take the appropriate measure if the danger were that high.
I'm afraid the newspapers are seriously underestimating the situation. Things are critical, believe me.
Well, that's news then. But...
Is it not a little...
On the contrary, it is the perfect...
So you prefer to work at night?
Oh, I also enjoy a sunny day like everybody else. But the night always has a certain je ne sais quoi of its own.
But what about the epidemic? The bombs and raids? And all the random...
Please, sir, this is London, England. We will prevail. And if a bomb must fall on my shop, then I'll be there to hear it falling.
What can you...
I recently found the best steak and kidney pie in the city. I'd be glad to share the address.
I must confess, I have quite...
Really? Well, I'm always happy to try new exotic meals. If you ever find an intriguing table, please.
Finding...
Oh, I have many passions, but nothing...
Is it...
Oh.
Do you have it?
Not since my parents died. I'm London's...
Really? But you seem to...
I'm afraid the real hedonist has to be sometimes. I discovered ecstasy as a solitary pleasure, but it does not mean it...
London's lone...
I used that name in my early years when I was...
Do you need...
You would save my life.
I will see you... Goodbye, Mr. Russell. I'm sure...
Please, sir, whether you need to buy something or not, I'm happy.
Why are vampire hunters sniffing around here? I need to find out what they're after.
Please, sir. I can't let you through.
Crush the leech, boys!
This woman's body has multiple lacerations. They're deep, too. Whoever did this was driven by rage. He had his tongue removed and his eyes gouged out. He was a victim of brutal torture. This one's neck is broken. He was young. Probably the son.
You thought I was dead too, didn't you? No, I was just pretending. Doris told me I could have been a great actress.
You killed your family.
They mocked my talent.
I've never seen such a radical mutation. Could it be a new stage in the disease's evolution? So, this girl took lessons at the famous Doris Fletcher acting school.
Women's right to vote is only the first step.
That building is under quarantine. Could this be what I'm looking for?
You brought this on us!
You infected the whole family! I said I...
So the husband had an affair with Doris Fletcher. Doris Fletcher seems to be the missing link here. It can't just be a coincidence. I should go to her acting school.